to be open, be honest about it.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today is going to start our first exploration into the world of hair systems. I've done a little video way back when on cheap wigs. If you haven't seen that one, it's an old one, but go check it out. But wigs and hair systems, they're a little bit different. There are some fantastic hair systems out there now that are very hard to detect. But my initial opinion on hair systems is that, you know, to be confident being bald is very tough, takes a lot of balls. But to be 100% confident in yourself whilst wearing a hair system, I think that is an even tougher challenge. And here's why. You see, we've talked before about owning yourself, your true self. And once you've shaved off that wispy hair and you're rocking the bald look for everyone to see, you are happy being open and honest about your situation. If people ask you, oh, why are you, what's the shaved head about? And you say, my hair was falling out and I didn't like it, wasn't really feeling that look, it was making me feel sad, depressed, I just shaved it off and now I'm rocking this look. If you can do that, then you can pretty much 99% say you are 100% being confident bald, right? You are at one with the baldness. But if you're gonna slap on a hair system, okay, good, it looks good, okay, maybe it gives you more confidence. But if you don't feel comfortable with people knowing that you're wearing a hair system, you still have this problem of kind of hiding from that hair loss. You're still covering something up and you're not gonna be 100% at peace with the whole hair loss situation. However, in today's video, I've got a very good example of a guy who I think is demonstrating the confidence it takes to be 100% confident with that hair system.
Thank you very much.
You've got good hair, to be fair.
I've got really good hair.
Yeah, you've always been like bright pink, like a rainbow. You're like
this is all natural. I don't have any extensions or anything now. You are blonde. You're like a strawberry blonde, aren't you?
Yeah, blonde, not ginger.
So he's obviously opened up this conversation, complimenting this woman, complimenting her on her hair, and that's when we start to get this hair discussion on the go.
On a date, there's always something I like to tell them first, rather than go a few days down the line and then she finds out. I like to be open, be honest about it.
Okay, so he said here, I like to be open and honest about it, which if you're gonna be at peace with the whole hair loss thing, that is probably the most important thing. If you can't accept it yourself, then people are gonna pick up on that. You're gonna be sending out a lot of sort of negative vibes, if you like, and he said here he's open and honest about it, so kudos to him.
I know, yeah, there's like something I've got to admit. I'll just tell you now.
I wonder what she's thinking, like something I gotta admit. She obviously hasn't picked up on it.
It was like just so I get it over with now. So my hair.
Yeah.
Is a wig. Yeah. Like my hair is a wig.
No, it's
So fair play to this guy, right? He's open and honest about it. He's told this bird that, he's told this woman, my hair's a wig. And she's shocked, right? You obviously can't tell. I couldn't tell just by looking at this guy, and probably no one would be able to tell. So these hair systems now, of course, they are very advanced. You've got really expensive ones, and they obviously do a fantastic job of covering up any hair loss.
It is.
That is one of the best wigs I've ever seen.
Yeah, I used to like clean shaven. And like, yeah.
So your hair fell out?
So like 20 years old, it was like, it was pretty much gone. So I went to like this clinic and I said, I'm thinking about a hair transplant. He's like, yeah, sorry Paul, you're too late for a hair transplant, it's too far gone. Anything. Okay,
so obviously this guy, he's looked into these different treatments that are available, hair transplants, things like that. So obviously this guy specifically, never fully comfortable with that totally bald look.
Used a non-surgical hairpiece.
Yeah.
Fucking wig. This is early on in the year. This wasn't a good look. I think.
So he points out here in this video, if you think that the hair system now is not an improvement on this bald look he's got going on here, then you're blind, he goes on to say. But let's be honest, no one is rocking this extreme bald look. This is probably the most unfavorable look for any bald guy, right? Where you're rocking really sort of long hair on the sides here and then totally shaved on top. This picture is actually, you know, pre-hair system, right? Pre-putting it on, because when you get the hair system done, you obviously have to grow the hair around here so that they can fade it all in nicely. And that's why you see a lot of these guys wearing the hair system, they have that same hairstyle, because you grow your own hair here, they can fade it up into that longer hair on top where the hair system is. So fair point. Okay, obviously the hair system is an improvement on this, but the bald look, if we see the bald look, I think the guy, you know, didn't look too bad at all.
There's a bit of an improvement there. If you don't see that, you're blind.
Oh my god, that's amazing, look. You do see the bald head though.
What this woman is seeing now is his old Snapchat story when he did it before, and you know, fair play to this girl. She said you could rock the bald look, you look fine bald, which is awesome. And I don't know, if these two was to sort of carry on dating or whatever, maybe this guy would decide himself that, you know, yeah, maybe I don't need the hairpiece.
I was actually at a bar and I'd had a chat with this girl. I said to her, like, get you a drink. She took a drink and was like, yeah, end of the night, can I get your number? And she said, no, I don't date bald people. And it was like, ow.
It's obviously a big thing.
Okay, so he's had this experience in the past, and again, we've got to kind of look into this. So he's at a bar and he's, you know, tried to chat with this woman, bought her a drink, and at the end of the night she says, I don't date bald guys. And obviously this is, you know, it's been a tough blow for this guy personally, and tough blow for anyone, but let's be honest, right? Guys get rejected all the time for all sorts of different reasons. And because this balding may have been a sensitive issue for him personally, it's kind of hit him extra hard. It's an insecurity for him, and when someone's picked up on that insecurity and rejected him for it, it's obviously gonna sting just that little bit more. But you've gotta remember, guys, girls reject guys all the time for all sorts of different reasons, not just, you know, not just hair loss. And the best response to that girl would have been, whatever, all right? Move on to the next one. You can't let one bad incident like that affect, you know, all your interactions with women for the rest of time.
That men deal with, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think people honestly think that lads don't suffer with looks, and I think girls expect this 6'5", tall, dark, handsome. Meanwhile, I'm like, alright.
It's not about looks. It's about a person that you connect with and whether you like them or not.
Now, Paul is actually a special example here, because I remember him going viral a few years back when he actually had this hairpiece done for the first time. And this hair system place reached out to him and, you know, offered him this hair piece, and he Snapchatted the whole journey, I remember, and this guy was super happy with his transformation, so good on him. And now he's obviously found himself on a TV show here. That girl there, she says at the end, you know, it's not about looks, it's about whether you connect with the person, it's about personality, things like that. And she's got a point, but I don't, the way she says it, you know, oh, it's not about looks, like if you're ugly, it's fine. But bald is not, it's just a look, it's not an ugly look. There are literally thousands and millions of women out there who really think the bald look is attractive. And if you can be bold and confident, that is one of the most attractive looks out there. This girl can see you've dealt with something so that's tough, you know, she can recognize that. The girl there said that, you know, guys, they do struggle with looks and people don't realize that. And it's totally true. A woman can recognize that you've dealt with that so successfully, then that is super attractive. So there you go, I wanted to show you that example there, and I gotta give a shout out to a subscriber who sent me the link to that video. I thought it was a very nice example to show you guys how I think if someone is gonna opt for a hair system, you need to really think about how it's gonna make you feel, how you're gonna be able to pull that off confidently, because you're adding like an extra layer, an extra safety blanket onto yourself, and you run the risk then of using that to sort of hide those insecurities behind this hair system. And in the process, I personally think you run the risk of building up more sort of anxiety and more worry about people maybe noticing that you're using this hairpiece. I mean, this guy here, obviously, he likes to just get it out the way straight away. Look, I'm rocking a hairpiece. If you've got an issue with that, then let's cut it off here. So he's obviously confident enough to tell people about it, and I think if you are gonna opt for a hairpiece or even consider it, then you have to be prepared to be be in that strong mind frame where you two can be open and honest about it. Let me know what you think about this guy in the video below. I think that girl was pretty awesome. She sort of was very complimentary, and so shout out to that girl as well. What are your opinions on hair systems? Can anyone rock a hair system, or do you agree with some of my concerns about guys maybe hiding behind a hair system as a sort of safety blanket? Let me know in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.